Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Bobby.
And together, we are
your travel gurus. So we are getting on the Ruby Princess, heading out of San Francisco. It's a pretty easy port to go out of. When you get dropped off, to the left is the baggage drop-off, to the right is the terminal entry. Make sure you go to the baggage drop-off and get your bags tagged so they'll end up in your room. Just when you hit up the escalators where they have the metal detectors before you get on the ship. Then shortly after, you're heading to the gangway. Below, you can see the crew members getting on board. This is the view from the port entry looking out onto the ship. Then once you get aboard, this is the view from the ship looking back at the port. Once on board, it's important for me to identify where the laundromat is, because it's nice to go get everything ironed. Also keep in mind, the Ruby Princess has been updated with the Medallion class. With the Medallion class, the ship can tell where you're at and where you're going. Once you get closer to your room, it'll identify you're closer to your room and it'll unlock the door for you. There's no more need for the cards anymore. Let's take a tour of our mini suite. King-size bed that's very, very comfortable, with a desk to do your work on and plenty of space to relax and sit on the couch and watch TV. The bathroom is nice, full-size bath and shower with handles to hold on to if you need to, and plenty of towels. It also has a shower gel and shampoo. The bathroom is pretty spacious, comparable to a hotel room. There's lots of room to put your accessories and lots of counter space for everything else you might need. There's also a plug in the wall for your hair dryer or your electric shaver. And let's not forget about the closet space. There's plenty of space to hang things up, including your life jackets. We like to put our folded up jeans up in that area too. Also, don't forget about the safe and all the shelving you have in this closet area. So much room to put out stuff when you're on a long voyage. Don't forget about the mini fridge. This is hidden right here, and we're lucky enough to have 2 glasses of champagne waiting for us for our anniversary. This little extra space is nice. This is where we put our souvenirs after we get off the ship and come back on. And up here is where we use our charging station. There's a couple plugs up here, and we charge cameras, drones, and everything else on this top shelf. Don't forget the little space next to your bed where we put socks and underwear. And you cannot forget about the view from the balcony. This balcony on the mini suite has plenty of space to sit back and relax and check out the beautiful views. Now that we've gotten a tour of the room, let's go take a wander around the ship and see what the Ruby Princess has to offer as far as all the other stuff on the ship. Every ship comes with a couple of pools. This is on the 15th floor of the Ruby Princess, plus a couple extra jacuzzis and a few bars to go to when you're out here just relaxing. Way up top on the 19th floor, they have a greens area where you can play croquet or you could do a little putting green. Plus the views up here are the best. From the 18th floor on the aft, looking down, you can see a couple of the hidden gems, including the jacuzzi down on 17 and the oh so elusive terrace pool down on 14. Down on 15, they have one of the main pools called the Calypso pool, where it has 2 hot tubs on both sides of it and kids can play in the main pool if you want to go down as a family. Don't forget to keep up on exercise. Up on the top level on 19, you can walk a mile if you go around 16 times. But let's not forget about one of our favorite places to hang out, the Sanctuary. Sanctuary is exclusive, but if you're looking for that secluded getaway, the Sanctuary is the place for you. Go in, get a massage with an amazing view, or go in as a couple. Never forget, there's always plenty of bars. And to work off all that food you've been eating, an extensive fitness center is set up for you with classes during the day and plenty of treadmills with amazing views. Speaking of food, let's take a look at the main dining rooms where you will be having dinner on normal nights. The first dining room I really want to talk about is the Botticelli dining room. So where I'm at right now is a strange place. You can only get here from coming down on the aft stairways of 7 or the aft elevators of 7. And this will get you to the Botticelli dining room. You're not going to get here any other way, and it's irritating to find sometimes if you don't know this is the way to get here. If you have a reservation at Botticelli, come across 7 and come down the stairs, and that's the way to get here. Botticelli is nice, but it's not the only main dining room. The Da Vinci and the Michelangelo are the other 2 dining rooms. Da Vinci's a little easier to find. It's right off the piazza. Heading aft, you can't miss it just coming out the piazza. The Michelangelo dining room is just below the Da Vinci on 5. Let's take a look at the rest of the ship. One of the places you really need to know about is Good Spirits at Sea. This is where you're going to get your cappuccino, your pastries, your morning goods when you want to get going first thing in the morning. On the same floor on 5 is Vines. Later on in the days, you're going to want to do wine tasting here. You have some of the great wines on the ship. Also on level 5, just in the center is the piazza. This is the main foyer in the main area of the ship. Many times during the day they have the piano playing with beautiful music just to entertain you during the day. Let's not forget about your next cruise. Future Cruises is on 5 too. This is where you would go to book your next cruise. If you book it on a ship before your next cruise, you usually get a really nice onboard credit. So don't forget to look at the next cruises. Also on 5 is the Internet Cafe. If you need to just browse the internet or you need a little internet time, these are the people to come down and talk. And the last place I want to talk about down on 5 is the Art Gallery. This is where you can see all the fine artwork before it goes out on auction. Now that we're done on 5, let's go up to 6. Up on 6, on both sides are the shops. Watches, bracelets. Just across from the jewelry store as you head out across the piazza is the guest services. And behind that is the Gatsby's Casino. We couldn't do any filming there. Also the lower level of the Princess Theater is on 6. Now let's go to 7. This is the upper piazza area where we're going to find our first stop up on 7. And that's going to be the Crooner's Bar. This is a nice place to hang out with your friends, enjoy a few drinks, meet up, and sometimes they have live music up here. Just a great place to hang out. Next stop on 7 is the Explorer's Lounge. The Explorer's Lounge is where you're going to catch the boat's live band playing, and possibly sometimes a comedian. There's plenty of space for all sorts of things to happen here. It's also used sometimes for the art auction. If you leave the Explorer's Lounge and start to head aft, you'll find the photo gallery. This is where you're going to find any photo needs that you might need. Like if you need to buy a camera or a camcorder or film or batteries, this is where you go. It's also where you're going to find all the pictures that have been taken of you during the trip. A lot of times the photographers stop you and take pictures, and this is where you pick them up. Right next to the photo gallery, you're going to find the steakhouse, which is the Crown Grill. This is specialty dining. It costs a little extra if you don't have the package. But it's really good steaks, really good food, really great atmosphere, and great service. And you have the chance, come down and try it. Here's a little peek at the menu at the Crown Grill. Feel free to pause it and zoom in, or take screenshots and zoom in. In the very, very back of the boat, you're going to find Club Fusion. Club Fusion is also used for different events, but we're going to check out this event with the volume on. Well, that was fun. Now let's go see something nice and quiet, the library. This is a place where you could just kind of kick back, relax, read a book, pull out some board games, play some checkers or some chess, and just, kind of enjoy the quiet. Just outside the library is the Wheelhouse Bar and the Salty Dog Gastropub. This is going to be your pub hangout, where you're going to get your nice bar food, and it's also used as a muster station. And one thing the cruise ships are famous for are their big theater shows. So getting to the Princess Theater on 7, you just come right up the hallway and up the stairs. Before you know it, you're in the Vegas-style theater. Also on 7, you're going to find the excursions desk, where you can plan all your excursions for each port you go to. And there's a few things I didn't get around to filming and I may have missed, so I'll leave it to your imagination, or leave it as a surprise for you to see when you actually get on board. A few of them are where the kids would hang out. The tree house, the lodge, and the beach house are all for the kids to hang out at. And for the adults is the Skywalker nightclub. Also, one of the restaurants that we didn't show was Sabatini's. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching, but please come into our YouTube page, like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when other videos are coming. The next video will be about the ports that we stopped at on this cruise. So we'll see you on the next video. Take care.